A woman of value is a value counselor. The last line of defense against stupid shit. So she can't be anything other than smart. Far too many of y'all are judging women based solely upon how they look. Oftentimes, men of value go down in looks to go up in cooperation. Ain't nobody trying to get the finest thing on the block. All they gotta do is give you some sloppy toppy and twerk on your dumb anyway.
Women typically don't show any wifely qualities the first couple of dates, or before they even decide if they like you or not or love you. And ladies, I don't blame you. You know why? Like, you don't owe him anything. But here's the thing: if that man wasn't showing you husband qualities off rip, I don't think y'all would even make it to the second date.
From the streets, I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get that money.
Men of value look at a woman's pedigree.
I think that's just a fancy way of saying how ghetto a woman is, as opposed to, oh, I don't know, ladylike, feminine.
Are you a thoroughbred? Are you a pure breed? Do you have your papers? I'm sorry, but this is true. When a man has to bring you around his partners, his colleagues, everything else, he's looking at how you're going to make him look. And a woman, for a man of value, has to look good on his arm, and she comes loaded with femininity. And in, and if you really, if especially if you want a man who's on a more refined level, on a certain level, you got to come with a network. Look, he's already making money. What he needs is somebody who's going to be proactive, who's going to be your support system, a helpmeet, somebody who's going to bring peace to his home, bring peace to his life.
Y'all catch that? A woman could have all the right qualities, but if you're an insufferable bitch, you're no use to anybody. I'll take a woman who has nothing, but every time I leave her company, I'm filled with so much joy and energy and optimism and faith. Oh yeah, oh yeah, because we're going places for sure.
Her mindset is smart, cooperative, and agreeable. Why did I put smart in there? I don't want men don't want a pretty Barbie doll that's stupid, a vacuous, empty vessel just to have sex with. She has to be smart. She's teaching the kids. She's the counselor. A woman of value is a value counselor. The last line of defense against stupid shit. So she can't be anything other than smart and cooperative and agreeable. That's why her mindset is important.
Ladies, let me tell you, being cooperative, being agreeable, those are just qualities you need to have for any relationship, any team dynamic. Okay, we need to be able to get along and move forward. And yes, you got to be smart. You got to have some foresight to be able to predict what I need before I can even come up with it. What we need before I could come up with it. It's a team. We're all on the same team here.
She's fit. She's disciplined, discerning, and dedicated in and out. She's feminine, affectionate, accommodating with a subtle sophistication. And she's naturally nurturing, carefree, loving, easygoing. She's overall light. There is not a woman that's like this that is not of value to a man.
I concur. And don't nobody be all mad about the whole fitness part. I know it's not news to anybody that men like a girl who's fit, a girl who's on a diet, on a certain type of discipline, who cares about her health. Don't we're not gonna do that. Not today.
And in that, I didn't say a gosh darn thing about how she looks. But a woman like that has a giving spirit. That means whatever she has, she brings it to you and allows you to use it for the benefit of you and everybody else in the family. So you can be a really, really nice person, but if your pedigree doesn't line up, you're not as much of a use. Men take pride in their possessions. Oh, let's go ahead and put you in law school so you can come work at the firm. Let's go ahead and get you some business classes so you can be the office manager at the practice. Y'all better get shit. Becoming a man of value's wife, you're gonna be just going to school. Red wine, white wine, art, this, that. It requires study. You got to study your man. You got to study his competitors. You got to get along with the other wives. You have to make sure that the children are going to become assets. And a woman like that is exceedingly special. It's a job. And far too many of you ladies think it's a job of a life of luxury where you just sit up and he just spends his money. No, 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 boo. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You're not just going to get the black card. No, no. You're going to work.
Let's just extrapolate that and apply it to just regular dating. Just an average guy going out with the average girl. Women are shocked. Women are confused to hear that you don't like them as much as they like you. Ladies, there's nothing to be confused about because in most cases, most women aren't really doing anything to make the guy like them. Hear me out, because when it comes to dating, it's the man who initiates everything. He takes the lead. He decides, oh, he's the one who's asking you out. He makes up the plans. He's footing the bill the first couple of dates. The man right away is showing husband energy. You hear me out. The man right off the gate is showing you that he could be bare minimum protector and provider. He's walking on the correct side of the street, keeping you safe. He's holding your hand. He's guiding you. He's letting you know. I don't know. He has a good sense of direction. He's keeping you out of harm's way. That's what men are doing right off the bat. What do women do? What are women doing on these first couple of dates? These first interactions? Y'all just reply. Y'all reply and show up. Right? Which is nice. We're making progress. I don't think anybody would be talking to you for that long unless unless you're interesting and attractive. We're not saying that there's nothing interesting or attractive about you. That's not the case. But you're not doing anything to that's showing like wifely energy. You're showing energy anybody could do. I have friends that I could be texting and sending memes and like going and hanging out with. Like, what are you doing as a woman? You're getting a free ride. You're just going along for the ride. You're not offering anything of value. Women typically don't show any wifely qualities the first couple of dates or before they even decide if they like you or not or love you. They don't show it at all, if we're being real. And ladies, I don't blame you. Why? Like, you don't owe him anything. You don't you don't you could go at your own pace and decide whether you want to make that investment. But here's the thing. If that man wasn't showing you husband qualities off rip, I don't think y'all would even make it to the second date. You see what I'm saying? We don't have a choice. We have to go all out from the jump. If we're gonna see you a second time, a third time, if we're gonna get in them draws, we have to go all out and show you, hey, this is the man This is what your future may look like.
Today, life is about people more than ever. More than ever. And it takes a woman who's not always concerned with herself to be selfless to rise to her best level with this kind of man. This is why so many women get angry with me because they want men at this level
To just
to
accept them.
just take you as you are. And make no mistake about it, this has nothing to do with black anything. Men of value across the board want women who are assets. So I think it's funny how so many women are like, well, fine, if that's what a black man wants, then I'll go get. You think. Anyway, bottom line is this: he looks at your pedigree, and if your pedigree is not up to par, it is not uncommon for a man to have to go into debt to get your pedigree up. He wants a return on his investment. Ooh, ooh, wee.
Yeah, is it crazy that a man wants a return on his investment? I feel like ladies, they invest their time into you and seeing if it's like things are worth it, right? Meanwhile, you're investing your as a guy, you're probably investing your money and your resources, and that goes unnoticed. So they feel like I feel like women honestly God think that their time is like worth everything, right? And if you're not making them feel, I don't know, whatever women need to feel in that moment, then you're wasting her time. Let alone you like set up a date, you're putting time aside to just hang out with her, give her some attention. They're like, no, 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 no. If women want to return, then ladies, I don't. Do you think men not don't want to return?
Far too many of y'all are judging women based solely upon how they look. Oftentimes, men of value go down and looks to go up in cooperation. Anybody trying to get the finest thing on the block, you're doing something that's going to actually make you a return.
The finest thing on the block that doesn't listen to you, not worth it.
You know when I talk about baddies, 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 baddies are for broke dudes. That's why they come and play on y'all because all y'all do is look and see what they look like instead of who they are. Who are their connections? What can they do? All they gotta do is give you some sloppy toppy and twerk on your dumb. Anyway, shut. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah, fellas, it pains me to say this, but if you do have yourself a pretty young thing and you're just having sex for sex sake, you will grow tired of her. You will grow bored, your eyes will wander, you'll start talking to that girl, and then you'll just repeat the process all over again. We don't want that dynamic here. What Kevin Samuels is saying is we want we want a dynamic with a girl we're talking to, dating, whatever, where we're growing as individuals. And in that growth, we are checking boxes, we are achieving one goal at a time. And then in that, in making those achievements, sex ain't the same anymore. It's not like how what you were used to. Just clapping cheeks, just because you can. It doesn't feel obligatory anymore. Now it's celebratory, prime cheek clapping. We're having fun now. This is instead of you would may have an accomplishment with your homie, right? Y'all shake hands, right? Fist bump, whatever. Since this is your girl, oh my god, you could really go in. You could really go in. That's the handshake right there of accomplishment. Is clapping them cheeks. You'll be hitting those cheeks with a different type of vitality. Nothing like before. Mm-mm. Mm.